Okay, I have a new vegan turkey alternative for the holidays, and this skin is so crispy. This dish is so good. Look at it. This is going to be your turkey. This can be on your table for Thanksgiving, Christmas, even New Year's. So, if this looks yummy to you, I want you to follow along with this recipe because let me tell you something. This was such a great vegan turkey. I just loved it. First thing I did was shred a king oyster mushroom. You could use more than one if you want more texture, less texture, just use one. I think I would probably use two the next time. I used one this time, but I think I might use two when I do it again. So you get your whole pile of king oyster mushroom shredded up. This is the tough, firm mushroom, right? You can shred it with your fork. Then go ahead and use a can of pinto beans or any beans. You can use black eyed peas, you can use black beans, whatever beans you want. With the liquid, go ahead and put that inside of your blender. Then a white onion, just one, a red onion, then also about 5 to 10 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, some marjoram here, some chevrolet, just some nice herbs, sage, ground thyme, ground celery seed, and 2 tablespoons of mushroom seasoning. Now take that and blend it all up inside of your blender until it's nice and smooth. You might have to do a couple passes, but you want it to look like a nice smooth paste, just like that, inside of your blender. Now take 1.5 tablespoons of vital wheat gluten, and then I said tablespoons, I'm in a cup, 1.5 cups of vital wheat gluten, which is the protein, high protein part of flour. This is not to be confused with high gluten flour. This is vital wheat gluten. You can find it on Amazon. I'll put it in the description. Same equal parts of the bean mixture, right? And because the bean mixture is kind of it's unpredictable how much that is, I usually take this step by step, right? So I'm going to use another 1.5, so far 3 cups of the bean mixture, right? But I want this to be equal parts of the vital wheat gluten. So we're going to put another 1.5 cups of the vital wheat gluten into this mixture as well, equal parts wet and dry. And sometimes I save a little bit of liquid just to loosen it up, just in case we need it, okay? But this one you want to be pretty dense, so you don't want it to be too loose. Some of the other things we use for vital wheat gluten, it's okay if it's a little looser, but this one you want to be pretty dense. So all of the king oyster mushroom that you put in there, go ahead and add that to the mixture and then begin to knead, okay? And depending on if you use one king oyster mushroom or two, see, that's really going to tell you how tight things are. But you want this to be a pretty firm dough. You don't want it to be too loose. So just keep kneading. It may take you about 5 to 7 minutes. You want to make sure you see no white flour. Get the sides of the bowl. Make everything nice and clean. And just keep kneading until you don't see any more white. You know. And then you can set that aside for a minute. Now we're going to take some liquid. About I went with a cup of soy sauce. You can use about 1/4 of a cup. I wasn't sure how much I needed. And then I used about 4 cups of water to um water that down. So that's what I mean by you can use 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce and maybe 2 cups of water. I used some onion powder, garlic powder, and also because I'm putting this vegan turkey out in my smoker, which is optional, I decided to also use a little bit of smoky seasoning, right? Because I'm putting it out in my smoker. I wanted to kind of make a smoky turkey. I tasted it and I add a little bit more water. So maybe 5 times the water for one soy sauce. Now I'm using this huge yuba sheet, right? And I'm going to take my yuba sheet and soak it inside of that seasoned liquid that I just made, okay? And now we're going to take that, just leave it in for about 2 or 3 minutes. And we're going to oil the bottom of a cast iron. You can use any kind of pan you want here, but I oiled the bottom of a cast iron because I didn't want this to stick. And I take my Yuba sheets. Now, the amount I used 2 sheets. And then when you fold this up, it really makes a lot of thick skin on the turkey. But if you want less skin, you could use 1 sheet, okay? So take our Vital Wheat gluten mixture that we made earlier, put it inside of this Yuba sheet that's all soaked with that broth that I made, and then just wrap it up. Wrap it up. And so you see how many sheets it's going to make. It makes lots of sheets of skin, lots of layers of skin, which turn out to be really, really crispy and crunchy, but it's up to you whether you want that much. Okay, so then after I wrapped it all up, I still put another layer of the liquid on top, um, just to make sure it stays nice and moist as it goes into the smoker. Again, you do not need to use a smoker, but I did take mine out to the smoker and I left it on 200 in my smoker for 2 hours. Okay, you could put yours on 200 in your oven for 2 hours, and then we're going to crank it up the last hour, 300 inside the regular oven, until we have a nice crispy turkey like this. Okay, gotta try it. It's delicious. You'll love it. You will wow them at your holiday table. We had this, we're still eating it. It's so delicious. That skin is so yummy, and the inside is nice and flavorful because I put all the herbs and the seasoning in there. So let me know if you're going to try this vegan turkey option, because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And that smokiness from the smoker really did add a layer of complexity, mostly to the skin, that I loved. Again, if you don't have a smoker and you don't want to use a smoker, you don't have to. But that was just a little extra that I did, and I really, really loved it. That skin was just delicious. This is a high protein vegan main dish for your holiday table. Vegan turkey made of vital wheat gluten, king oyster mushrooms, beans, and veggies. The end of this video will show you how it looks when you slice it. So just wait to the end and you'll see what it looks like sliced up on your table or inside of your pan.